let's work a line of running stitch. Bring your needle up at the start of the line. Pull through all the working threads so that your knot is securing your thread nicely on the back. Okay, so now poke your needle down a stitch length ahead on the line. So we're lucky here it's marked out, but if it was a solid line, you just want to poke it down a stitch length ahead. And then gently draw through all of the slack to the underside, all of that working thread. You don't have to pull super tight, but just enough so that your first stitch just lies comfortably on the fabric. Okay, so now the key to running stitch is we're going to bring our needle up a stitch length ahead on the line. So see how there's a little gap there? That's what we want. So draw through all the working thread again, and then poke your needle down a stitch length ahead on the line, and just gently draw all that working thread through to the bottom. And hey, look at this. We've got 2 stitches on the top of the fabric. There's a gap in between, which is what we want. And you can see how these little dashes are starting to form a line of running stitch. So you just keep doing that process, bringing your needle up a stitch length ahead, and then poking down another stitch length ahead to form a stitch. And as you keep doing that, you'll form a lovely line of running stitch. So one of the things to bear in mind with running stitch is it's really good if you can be consistent with the length of your stitches and also the length of your gaps. So we're just following the template here, but as you can imagine, once you build a bit of confidence, if you have a play with how long your stitches are and how wide the gaps are, that can really change the look of running stitch. So for example, if you had big gaps in between each stitch, that one's just swiveled a bit on the fabric, so I'm just going to pull that stitch up, and then I'm just going to reform it on the fabric, and hopefully it'll look a bit smoother. That's better. Yeah, so if you played around with it and you had long stitches and then small gaps, that would create a different look again. Okay, so I've just about finished my line, and that, my friend, is how you do running stitch.